As long as Kathleen Kennedy is nowhere near that project, I'm okay with it.
Hello, everybody. I am the CEO of iArcade, and you are watching the best show in the world, Retro Bus. Let's go.
Hey guys, it's Friday. It's time for the Retro Bus, and we've got an interesting show for you today. Only because my co-host, he is in a block of platinum of some sort, or what? Glenn, where are you? Glenn, what are you doing? Glenn, is he? I'm gonna have to call Kathleen Kennedy here in a second.
I'm a rock. I'm a rock. I'm a Star Wars character from Kathleen Kennedy. I'm a rock. Here's my shirt.
I thought you were trying to hide that monstrosity that you're wearing.
Oh, my hairy man shirt? No, man, this thing's great.
What's so great about it?
Well, it's got nostalgia, but it's got like Donkey Kong hands because he's hairy. and if you look real close, he totally pummeled P-Dubs. I mean, P-Dubs is on the ground. I think he kicked him in the nads. His legs are all cropped up like this, and he got kicked right in the nads. So
that's probably the highlight of that shirt.
I got out of all of our shirts, I know I got the best shirt. I know it.
We also have with us Mr. Douglas Smith, Mr. Cool Toy himself. And
Glenn, you missed the obvious opportunity to say you were frozen in carbonite there. You're talking about just being a plain old Kathleen Kennedy rock. That you could have said carbonite.
No, because carbonite would have been a cool thing, like Cool Toy, where the rock was a Kathleen Kennedy brainstorm, which is ludicrous. I mean, this is, I can't even get to it. I can't even show it again. It's ludicrous. I don't want to show it. Bad news.
So we have a fun show for you. We have a special guest in-house, in studio here. We're going to get to him in just a little bit. P-Dub says, I see merch. Of course you do.
He sees dollar signs.
I was going we have with us a special guest that if you guys are interested, and keep those comments coming as I'm going to display them on the screen. We got it fixed this week. If you're interested, the gentleman that I'm going to bring on here in a little bit, he has a retro game and toy store, but he goes to toy shows as well. So he has a lot of cool stuff. He's brought some stuff with us, and we're going to show you some of the stuff. But he has the ability to take orders online, and we're gonna help you guys with that. If you're looking for specific games, if you're looking for those toys, Doug, you're not going to cost me money today, but
you sure about that?
I might cost you some money today for once.
There we go. Changing it up a little bit.
I'm changing it up, so we're gonna get to that. But we've got some news, and Glenn, I'm gonna let, if he gets out of the rock, he's got some interesting news with his products that are coming to market that I know a lot of you guys have been looking forward to. So, Glenn, I do have that queued up. Just let me know when you want me to sling it for everybody.
Awesome. So today, well, I had a video already which showed that the Golden Tee, which I have over here, we got to start working here with the trackball. So I'm hoping by this summer we'll have a mold all set for that. It works fine. So the technology in there is all great, works great, but we need to make it fit in there. So that's something I'm hoping we'll have out by the summer. But today, two new things came to light, which will also probably be out in a few months. A lot of people from At Games want to replace the trackball. And we have now tested, and if you want to spin that one up, we have a video showing the GRS trackball. You can see how nice that glows. Of course, you have all the colors. You can change all the colors you want. But that is it right there. Now, we may go actually with a high-quality 3D printed case over a plastic molding. The plastic molding is going to be about $35,000, and I'm not sure if we're going to be selling that many of them. If we do, great. But a really high quality 3D print is almost as solid as a plastic mold. So we've been testing it, and we think it'll be fine. And again, you can alternate the colors, and you'll get the same type of feel from the At Games version as you would from our version 2 trackball. The last thing actually came maybe about an hour before the show started. Now, the Tron Joystick is one of the first products we came out with. And one of the things about that was, in the game Tron, use 8 ways for 3 of the games, but the Light Cycle, the 4th game, has to be really done with a 4-way direction lock. Now, the arcade from Midway of Tron had a really intricate, I guess, joystick where it was an 8-way stick, but when you went into Light Cycles, it was able to mimic pretty good a 4-way stick. So we've been working with someone, and we're working a little deals out here. We haven't finalized everything yet, but we have a way where you'll be able to automatically switch your Tron joystick with a push of a button from an 8-way to a 4-way. I'm not sure if Stephen, you have that video as well. If you don't, I'll show that one later. But the Tron joystick will have a button and a little solenoid, which will change it from an 8-way. Here we go. Here's the video right here. So you can see there are 2 separate joysticks. The Tron is actually, you can see it's got a little bit different as well. There's little secrets happening to that Tron joystick. We'll go into another day.
Magic.
But with this, it is some magic. But right here, you see, he'll test it in a moment. Right now, it's in its 8-way mode. And he'll press the button, and the solenoid will change it, a little servo.
Oh, that is
It'll go
sweet.
to 4-way. So right now, it'll be a manual process. You press that button, and when you're playing the Light Cycles, you'll be in the right mode, or Pac-Man, or any game that needs a 4-way lock, you can do it. We're hoping we can get manufacturers to allow us to do this automatically, where when you go into the Tron, because Tron, you know, there's some ways you could do this, have it do it automatically. But worst case scenario, right in your machine, you have a small little button, hit it, and you can see right now it's in a 4-way direction lock right now, and it'll hit the button again, and you see the joystick go smoothly in all directions. And we're also trying other different controls. You can see there's actually a rotary knob on that Tron, so we're trying some other things out as well.
Glenn, I would, not to interrupt you, but I would so put that on my At Games to do that. That's one of the reasons I didn't put the Tron stick in right now with my kids playing it.
Right, and we're also looking at another way to make the joystick more easy to remove versus having to go to the underside. Because At Games, you know, the newer models have that plastic attachment on there. So we've been doing some pilot of being able to have this 8-way lock, also be able to remove the joystick without having to get underneath it. So these are things we're looking at, but definitely the 4-way, 8-way lock will be out maybe in a month or 2, maybe 2 months. Nice. So we're making progress. I know Doug told me before, he's like, about time.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, the trackball specifically for the At Games machine, I've been anxiously awaiting that ever since I knew you were cooking it up. That's one thing I'm looking to accessorize and finally finish off my original At Games Legend Ultimate 1.0 cabinet. And then the Tron joystick and the 8-way and the 4-way switcher. I mean, that just, mwah.
And there's one other thing I'll just mention. I haven't really told too many people. I know I told Kongs from Kongs R Us that we also have a prototype Tron in an analog mode. Some people have been looking for something along those lines, so that's something that may come out this summer as well. It would be an analog joystick, but a Tron stick light up with the trigger button and maybe some other buttons on there. Who knows? When you put a shirt on like this, anything is possible. Fantastic right here.
Well, and there's something I want to get to before we get to something else, Doug, that you had for some news. Somebody's calling in, and they want to ask you a question.
Oh, hi. Michael D. the Game Genie here. Just here with a quick question. The community wants to know, what is Cool Toy's favorite pinball table?
This is just the bit that never ends, is it? I mean, we're gonna be in like 2026, and that question's still going to be being asked.
Listen, he asked to call in. He asked.
I've answered it numerous times. You know, just people have short-term memory.
What you talking about there, Cool Toy?
I told you specifically, it is this basic fun Ninja Turtles machine. It doesn't get any better than this. I mean, it's got 2 screens. It's got, you know, haptic feedback. I could throw this across the room and I actually feel it. So, I mean, I don't know what more you want.
Oh, they want it all.
You know what is cool about that? That they did put 2 screens in there. Isn't that kind of cool? A $20 toy got 2 screens in there. No haptic feedback, though, but it's got 2 screens.
Oh, wait.
I just told you it's got haptic feedback. You just got to throw it across the room.
Wait.
when you hit me with it, it's not the same thing.
Wait.
Oh, hi. Sorry, guys. Michael B. the Game Genie again. I'm sorry. I had another quick question. Cool Toy, what is the best email for myself and the entire community to reach out to you on to get those ROMs? Is it your personal email?
It's actually my professional work email address, my day job. It is Michael B, the Game Genie. At gmail.com.
Wait. There's one more.
One more.
Oh, yeah. Hang on. I got to get him pulled up.
Did he raise his hand?
Yeah. There he is.
I mean, he's
Oh, sorry, guys. Michael B. the Game Genie again. Last one, I promise. I don't have a question, but I did want to direct your attention to Nostalgia's Teespring store, where you can get your very own Super Game Room Dudes merchandise. If you want to support our amazing podcast and all the hosts, go to Nostalgia's Teespring store and check out our various Super Game Room Dudes merchandise. It's fantastic.
I love that he had all three of those ready. The thing is, he doesn't have to, do that T-shirt spiel anymore. He can just play that every single time.
Well, that's what I was thinking. So, all right. So there was another quick bit of news. Doug, you want to take that one away?
Yeah. So, surprise to a lot of people in the gaming community, PlayStation/Sony announced that they bought EVO, or the Evolution Fighting Championship, the world's largest, competitive fighting game tournament series. A lot of people are, scratching their heads going, what does this mean for the future? Because Super Smash Brothers is a prominent game in that series, and Nintendo already kind of came out and had a very coy non-answer response to it, just basically saying, hey, we support the new owners and we're internally looking to review blah blah blah, what we're going to do with Super Smash Brothers. But Sony's already said, hey, we're not going to make this exclusive to where Nintendo can't have their games in our tournaments or anything like that. But a lot of people are already just kind of reading the writing on the wall, and suspecting that Nintendo will withdraw and either put on their own type of tournament series, or everyone's just kind of scared because, what does that mean for future games? Does that mean Sony's going to have a little more leverage to maybe get exclusivity on future fighting games in some of these prominent series? Because you got heavy hitters like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Tekken, all these games that are prominently featured in the Evolution Fighting Championship tournament. And if Sony / PlayStation owns this, what does that mean for all the other people? Are they going to be able to come inside and showcase their games, or are they going to be treated like second-class citizens?
You know it. A company to buy something like that to allow other people like a Nintendo or Xbox in there, give me a break. They bought it, it's theirs. Done.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they'll play nice and send out PR statements that says everything's hunky-dory and everyone's welcome. But in reality, off camera, they're going for the jugular. They're trying to box everybody out and trying to get a competitive edge. Microsoft bought up Bethesda and said, hey, don't worry, we'll still support other consoles. No, they won't.
Also this week from iArcade, we had a bit of announcement about Dead Cell, and I believe, Glenn, you're going to kind of talk to us a little bit about Dead Cell.
Yeah, I was playing it. Of course, is my camera working on yours? Can you pull my stream camera over there or no?
Let's
grab my camera.
Let me see if I can do it here.
Because I've been playing this thing, and it's actually a really cool game. I still suck at it, you know me.
Well, you know what?
Get my camera on there.
You have it through OBS, so if I move it, we run the risk of not getting you back.
Hey, it's a win-win.
It's a risk we're willing to take.
It's a total win. Go for it.
Go for it. All right, we'll go for it live here. Let's see. I think it's the USB webcam that you have here. Let's see.
There we go.
There we go.
So I'm not going to have the music going on here only because, copyright stuff. But this just hit the store, I believe it was 2 days ago. Wednesday, this came live. And it's actually a really cool game. It's like me. You're dead, right? Your head's chopped off. And you kind of blob over there. And you get your body back. And you're like, hey, I'm dead, but I got a body. And it's very fluid. I mean, it plays very well. I know the iArcade's got a really powerful CPU in here. And the game is really, really fun, even for someone like me who doesn't play games very well. There's no one to kill right now. Go through a portal.
Nice
I was just gonna say, This is probably a game that Glenn can actually play and actually have a chance to win at.
You're totally right, because there's no one here to kill. Look at this. It's great. But I probably killed one here already. That's the problem. Let's see if I go.
Glenn's just too good at the game.
I think, did we lose Glenn?
We may have.
Here,
Yeah.
sorry, this guy.
There he goes. He's back. Cole was on his internet.
He's talking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But the game plays very well. It's basically almost like a Castlevania type of game. You have a lot of exploring to do. There's a lot of little puzzles in here, maps, weapons you can pick up along the way. What buttons on the iArcade? You have your start button and your coin button. It makes use of all of them, and it just takes a little bit of getting used to. But the game has been very, very fun. I think it's like $14. I think on iArcade's portal. No, I can't. But if you want to look at me, just run back and forth. It's a great game. It's a kind of a mystery. What happened to why'd your head get chopped off and all that other fun stuff. My video shot again? I am just.
Oh, you're all over the place today. See if you can get your camera back with the OBS there on your end, because you're MIA on that.
Yeah. It's actually $24.99 is the price point on that one. And the developers of the game just announced today that Dead Cells reached 5 million sales of that game on all platforms across the board. So it's pretty impressive these days to have 5 million
all right, you're back, Glenn.
copies or units of a game being sold.
And we got Glenn
Yeah,
back.
it's
there you go.
Fun. I mean, it's just a fun game. You just sit down for a few minutes, you start hacking away. It saves your progress, which for me is great. I can never finish it in one sitting. But I'm just really impressed. The 19-inch screen is great, and of course, this is where the sound from this machine really pays off. It's got a lot of eerie music in here, which you can't play because it got YouTube copyright. But it just sounds really good. Putting it on there is easy. Go to the store, you purchase it, it downloads to your machine, you come home, and it's there. It's a very, very fun game, and it's another good addition to iArcade. In addition to Dragon's Lair and the Bomber game. I keep forgetting the name of it. It's not called Bomberman. It's
Bomb Squad.
Bomb Squad. Even by
Yeah,
myself, I
Bomb
play that for hours because no one plays with me.
Yeah, and then Tuesday on the iArcade live stream, Jong announced that there'll be a new product offering. They're going to actually have tempered glass bezel around that monitor now, so that'll be an accessory that people can pick up. It's going to eliminate issues with scratching. Like I said, tempered glass is so much easier to clean than acrylic because it doesn't swirl, doesn't get scratches. You can literally just spit on it, rub your thumb, and get things off of it. Whereas you did that on an acrylic, you'd be leaving swirl marks that you're going to have to rub out with Novus compound or something like that. Plus, it's going to eliminate that issue of that acrylic bezel that's currently in there, kind of like falling down and sliding around, just kind of bouncing around. This template with the glass and everything that Jong was showing off is going to have a nice snug fit in there. There's no bouncing around anymore. So he didn't have an exact price point on it yet. He said he was still trying to figure that out, but definitely looking to upgrade that myself.
Awesome.
I thought P-Dub's Arcade Loft was going to pay for everyone for all the shirt money he's getting.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
Valid possibility.
Well, guys, we have a special guest in-house that we're going to shift gears here a little bit and talk to him a little bit. And Doug, are you still around? Mr. Doug.
Am I still around?
Your video just disappeared for some reason.
Interesting.
That's
Okay.
the first time. But go ahead and try to bring yourself back if you can. So we got a black screen from you. Maybe you went into battery mode. But we've got
Kathleen Kennedy.
Probably.
She's hitting him too, man.
We've got Mr. Michael Rickard from Wildcard Video Games with us. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, it's great to have you on here. And we got Dougie back.
Started,
He's a little
before
frozen.
you get started, I got to ask him. Is this where you've been buying your stuff, Stephen? Is this where the guy you're getting your stuff from?
Listen.
The supplier.
Listen.
Is this a supplier getting you these great deals?
Listen.
I'm out there buying the television like $500 and you're getting for like $15 in a box. Is this the guy?
I am letting you in on my secret here because he's a friend of mine. So, yes, he is the guy that I've been getting the awesome deals for, and you guys will now be able to get some awesome deals from him. Because I'm going to spend your money today, Michael. Are you okay with that?
I'm perfectly fine with that.
Doug, your video dropped again, Mr. Doug.
Yeah, I'd say my camera's overheating. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. Go ahead and get that going. So, Michael, tell us a little bit about your shop, and then we'll roll some footage so that people can see what you've got. But how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it for 7 years. I first first when I started, I actually was a sports card shop. That was probably back in 1999. Then I closed that, and then I started doing the video game stuff. I seen there was a big boom in video games, so I started doing the video games, buying lots off people as much as I could, having people bring in stuff to sell. Then I slowly got into toys also because I seen there was a huge boom in toys, like vintage toys also. When I started doing that, then I started doing more shows, which we'll probably talk about in a little bit.
Yep.
And that's basically how I started doing it. And then I just started getting more clientele, more people coming in. You know, at first it was really hard because when you're doing a business by yourself, it's really hard. Because a lot of people do have like partners and stuff like that. I was doing it myself. I used my 401k from my previous job to start the business, and that's how I started.
Wow.
No,
he's
that's
all
a nice,
in.
Roll of the dice, so to speak. That's definitely betting on yourself.
Absolutely, it was. I seen how big it was, and I knew if I kept doing it, and making it bigger and bigger, I just wanted to do it and go with it.
Go big or go home, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So the obvious
Big
question
thing
here
are you
is,
enjoying it?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Doug. Is
Go for
this
it.
something you're enjoying? Because that's a big thing. We work on a
Oh,
job.
absolutely.
It's something you enjoy.
I enjoy the video game craze and the toys, of course. It's all stuff I grew up on. You know, I grew up playing Nintendo. That was the first system I remember playing. Actually, I lied. I actually remember playing Atari first.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't
There you
say
go.
that.
And then I went to Nintendo, but Nintendo is where my heart was at. Playing Legend of Zelda at 9 o'clock at night, going through all the mazes and all the dungeons, you know, beating all the enemies at the end. That was it. Zelda was the game for me. The first Zelda game was that was the best one for me. And then, you know, I didn't like the second one, but then I went to the Super Nintendo one. That's actually one of my favorite games ever, is the Super Nintendo one.
Link to the Past, one of the greatest games ever made.
So, Doug, you had a question before?
Yeah, I was just gonna, state the obvious. So, with the pandemic and everything, and obviously owning a, brick and mortar store, what kind of challenges and, did you face, and how did you combat them this year?
To be honest, when it first hit, we were closed for those what was it, like 3 or 4 weeks? I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I did eBay sales, but I was still getting phone calls, people asking, "Hey, are you open? Can I buy something?" And I was like, "No, not really. I can't do that. I'm sorry." And then when I opened, it was like ridiculous. Like I was staying open till 6 o'clock. Usually I'm only open till 5 Eastern, but I was open till 6 because it was just insanely crazy. And I did notice there was also a huge spike of video games, like prices. They went skyrocketing because of the pandemic.
Yeah, everyone was stuck at home playing video games. They needed their fix.
This was actually my best year ever.
Congrats.
No lie. It was ridiculous. And I started doing these toy markets too, which was like 2 houses away from.
Well, wait. Let me stop you there. The reason why it was his best year ever was because I've been at a store almost every week. I just want to say I helped contribute to that. No.
Yeah, Steven himself is paying the mortgage.
It's
Sorry.
possible, yes it is. But then I started doing these toy markets also, which was right next to my house. It was really nice because I could set up there. I had other people from other stores come there and set up too. And then my store was open also at the same time. That really helped also. But like I was saying, it was the best year ever I had. I'm just hoping it keeps going up and up. I don't see video games going down at all ever. The way what it was back in like early 2000s. It was really bad then.
Yeah, I think Glenn, you were talking about before the crash, right?
Well, I was talking about that, but I was thinking more of something else actually just now, was everything going to downloadable media versus, physical media. How does he think that's going to affect his business when everything is now going to be, DLC downloads?
Well, the thing I noticed too, it's like when that little Nintendo came out, the little NES Mini, I thought that was going to kill Nintendo. It has not. Same with the Super Nintendo. It has not. All the prices keep jumping on everything too. And when you're saying about the digital stuff, I don't see it being a big threat. Mainly because everyone's going to go. They still want to go retro. That's the main thing. Like right now, I can't keep 64s and GameCubes in stock at all. I have to.
Now
like,
with Steven around, of course you can. Buy them all.
I have to like, buy them at a premium price and then sell them a little bit higher now. Unfortunately, I used to like keep my prices like kid friendly, basically, so people can be like, hey, you got really good prices. I still have good prices, but I have to hire the prices up a little bit because, this pandemic was ridiculous with video games.
Well, what I want to ask, I know you said you can't keep GameCube. We've seen GameCube go through the roof and Nintendo 64. What I think people need to understand too is with your shop is you don't just have loose consoles. You have a lot of in-box items as well where people can get.
I actually brought one with me so I can show you guys. Hold on. I have a Jungle Green Nintendo 64 right here.
Look at that. The box is beautiful.
There's one problem with that Glenn's going to have. There's no plastic baggie on it.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
if you want to get technical here, hold on one second.
Wait.
Hold on. You want to get technical here?
All right. He's opening the. Oh, well. See now, Glenn will like that. Uh-oh.
Do you want plastic?
Glenn,
There's plastic.
Look at that, Glenn.
That's beautiful. I mean, that is beautiful. It looks pristine too. I mean,
it is in nice
really,
shape.
really
I actually cleaned it up. Actually, the controller has plastic over it too. You can see it.
Ah, yeah, it's nice.
But
now, in your store, what would something like that go for? I mean,
I have 400 on this.
Box. Nice.
I have 400 on this right now. If I had a loose Jungle Green, I'd be selling for like 220. But this one it's special. It's a very nice
So I think
box.
Steven's been lying to me. Steven said he probably bought that for 15 cents. He came for your store. He couldn't believe it. He got a box. I got it for 15 cents.
There's
Glenn.
no
What am I
way.
gonna
No,
do
wait a
here?
second. There's no way I would have gotten that for 15 cents, unless Michael owed me some money for something. But that's a little bit different. But no, a lot of his games. We've been to other stores in the area that are not brick and mortar mom and pop shops, as Doug says, and a lot of those stores, they want sometimes double what Michael's asking for certain things. And again, he can't, break the bank giving you dirt cheap prices. He makes it fair. So
he's got to live himself.
He's got to live. So
and the funny thing about that is that system, I actually just got that in like 2 weeks ago. Guy messaged me on my Facebook page, said, hey, do you buy Nintendo stuff? I was like, yeah, absolutely. Bring it in. And then I offered him what I offered him. He asked me for go a little higher, and I did, and he was really happy. They were both happy, I should say, because he brought his wife with him. He was like, oh, now we can go grocery shopping. Hey, if I'm helping you out, that's what I'm all about.
You know what? Did you hear what he said there, Steven? This is a perfect opportunity to go back to TLC. Look, we could do video game, porn shop, and date with Glenn. We can make it a double feature show.
Hey, listen. Michael was on the show with us. We were at his shop. If you guys saw the episode with the Dr. Pimple Popper, he was on. He was very kind to allow us to go into his shop. So they got a good bird's eye view of your shop, Michael. So we try. We're trying. We should do a show with TLC at your shop. What do you think? You think we
Absolutely,
can?
I'd be in.
See,
sure.
All right, TLC, you heard it. they're all in. They're all in. So you got some other things, and we'll show a video in a little bit.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I just actually bought a big box collection of NES games about a month ago. And I brought a couple of them with me right now to show you how pristine these boxes are and how amazing they were. And they were like all complete in box and everything too. First, I have Kid Icarus right here.
Nice.
As you can see,
nice. Look at that.
as you can see, the box is like beautiful.
It does.
This looks almost pristine without the plastic. You have no idea.
It's a 5-screw also.
Perfect.
I get screwed every day of the week, so 5 days works for me.
But it had the manual in it too, of course, and it was just like beautiful. I was really happy about that. Then I brought Super Dodgeball with me. Another beautiful box.
Man, that is.
And then I brought
getting stuff out of a time capsule is what it looks like.
Right.
Look at that.
Right. And then here's Super Mario 2. Again,
Nailed it.
real beautiful.
Yeah.
That's what gets me more. These boxes get destroyed. That's beautiful.
I know. I was really happy. This guy got a hold of me also, and he kept all these boxes in beautiful shape. I had to buy a couple of carts for boxes because he had a couple empty boxes also, which was fine with me. But I got everything complete. It was really nice. It was beautiful.
So one of the problems that we've seen with these games. And Michael and I were just talking about this the other day. Was with the Super Mario Brothers games, right? They've almost like doubled in price since the pandemic began, right?
Well,
am I right in that?
Well, for instance, right here, this Mario 2 right here. I actually have 2 copies of this in my store right now, boxed. Both are in beautiful shape, just like this one is. Before the pandemic, this was like a $45 game. Now it's up to $90, boxed. If that tells you anything.
That's insane. So the price has been going up with
people got more time on their hands. They're staying at home. They're working on their man caves, their game rooms, things like that. So I can understand. There's more demand now than ever for these type of things, and that's probably what's driving these prices up. Popularity of collecting retro gaming as a whole is just exponentially growing massively over the last couple of years specifically. So yeah, I think that's going to continue to go up and up.
Well, that's not like the only thing that's actually going up in prices right now. It's actually old vintage toys also, which, like I was telling you before, I got my hand into that a little bit more and more. I'm doing a lot more than I was before. Like for instance, right now.
Oh wow! What do you see this, Doug?
Now,
dang it!
Now,
get your credit card ready.
Wrestling is through the roof right now. It's ridiculous.
And he's a huge wrestling fan. So
I am. I've been to nine WrestleManias. I wanted to go this year, but I was like, with the pandemic, I was like, I can't do it because, I can't chance it right now.
Right.
But like this is one of the items right here that I brought with me.
Oh wow!
This is the Mountie carded figure right here.
Michael B needs that since he's a Canadian.
In beautiful shape right here.
It's got the card on the back. Nice.
Never been opened. Still sealed. And I also brought one more with me too, which I'll show you here.
And we'll show you guys his Facebook page and where you can get in touch.
You got Giant Gonzales right here. Not a lot of people know who Giant Gonzales is because he only had like a handful of wrestling matches. He had a match against the Undertaker at one of the WrestleManias. I think it was WrestleMania 9.
It's the Undertaker's only disqualification win at WrestleMania.
Yes. Until he lost to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 30. We don't want to talk about that.
El Gigante from WCW.
Okay, and this I just picked up about a month and a half ago. I'm actually shocked I still have this.
Wow.
I'm hoping I actually have a toy show next weekend in Xenia, Ohio. So if anyone's around there, come see me. But this is right here to get the Road Warriors, Legion of Doom.
Oh, those are the Remco ones.
It's still in the box.
It doesn't even have a yellow bubble either.
No,
that looks amazing.
It's a beautiful shape. I got to find like a case for this so it doesn't get all messed up.
On it.
Oh, it has a little crease at the bottom down here, unfortunately. But other than that, it's in beautiful shape. This is something I'm shocked I didn't sell because I was at a toy show. It's called Toy Ohio. It's here up in Girard, Ohio, and Kurt Hawkins was there. He actually came to my table twice, and he kept looking at this. He was thinking about buying it, but he did not buy it, unfortunately.
Well, they'll be back this year, so you might be able to get them or Matt Cardona
or Hornswoggle.
Pay up for that one for sure.
So Michael B, the Game Genie, wants to know. He says, "Do you have the Nails action figure?"
Unfortunately, I do not right now, but I think my friend actually has one at his store.
Okay.
I can let him get a hold of them.
How much for the Remco? Adam wants to know.
I'm asking $300 for that.
$300 for the Remco.
That's a good price.
And then you have something else there that's
yes, I do. Hold on,
no, you're good.
Having problems right now.
He's all wired up, guys. He's got boxes all over the place.
So this is the other thing I just bought. I bought this like 2 weeks ago.
Check that out. I haven't seen that in forever.
It's actually in the box.
Yeah, that box is still pretty good shape.
It's a nice shape. It's got a couple rips in the back, unfortunately. But the rings inside, which I'll pull out and show you guys right now, I actually just cleaned it today because it had a whole bunch of marks on it.
Now, if you put it in a bag, clean it.
That's all the stuff. It's okay.
Yeah, I just didn't want it to fall in the switcher, and it switches off the...
But I cleaned it up really nice to make it look nice, as you can see. It had tons of marks everywhere.
WWF. That's when it was wrestling. WWF.
But again, this is something I just picked up. I'm gonna bring it to the show with me at Xenia, Ohio, next weekend, I should say, which is gonna be pretty fun. Let's put it on the ground.
Okay, that's fine.
Those stickers are still holding up pretty well.
Oh yeah, they're holding up nice. One of them's fraying a little bit, but if it wasn't, if I'd be asking a lot more for it if it wasn't framed like that. But
Yeah.
it's in nice shape.
Somebody in the chat room, Mike Hawk says, I had that in the 80s. Then it disappeared.
Well, the funny thing about that is I actually.
Mom.
The funny thing about that is I actually have two in the store right now. Not one. I have one in the box and then one loose.
Michael has the Pillow Buddies. Somebody said, Bobby Broadway says, I want the Pillow Wrestler so bad.
I have one left right now. I have a Hulk Hogan one.
How much do you go for?
I'm asking 50 for them.
Because I know you do get, like, you had Jake the Snake and you
did.
had the Ultimate Warrior. I remember
I had Ultimate Warrior. I had three Hulk Hogans, 2 Ultimate Warriors, a $1 Million Man, and I had a Jake the Snake, which I sold all those at Toy Hio a couple months ago, except for the one Hulk Hogan I have left.
Also, guys, if you want, go over and give his Facebook page a like. You can go over. We just changed the name. It originally had Wildcard Games 77. Don't click on that link that we originally did. It's actually Wildcard Video Games, just like you're seeing here. Go over and give it a like. He usually posts, and sometimes when he gets new inventory in, he'll go live from his phone in the store, and you guys will be able to get first shot or first peek at some of the new stuff that he's got coming in. You can see, I was there when that guy brought in all these boxed WWE wrestlers, and this is Toy Ohio. This is where all the Matt Cardona. Hey, maybe we can get an exclusive interview on that at Toy Ohio there, and Swoggle. And you think we can make that work?
Maybe we could see, see what I can do. I can talk to the gentleman that runs Toy Ohio and see what I can do for him.
We'll say Glenn is the best, and they don't like Kathleen Kennedy. How's that, Glenn?
That would work great for me because it's true.
All right, Michael, let's walk through. You have, let me pull off this lower third here. Here's some of the stuff that you have at your shop, so if you want to walk some folks through this.
Glenn's in bag heaven.
Yeah, those are all
Mattel. I'm in bag heaven, number one, but you notice they all, except for the women, they use my body type for the guys.
But these are all Mattel WWE wrestling figures right there that you're looking at. Most of them are all of them are all priced, ready to go. If anyone wants to buy any of those, I can ship the stuff to people too. Right here we got the 2 Hulk Hogan giant guys right there. One is already spoken for. The NWO one is for sale. And you got more wrestling figures in the boxed wrestling figures here. Got Star Wars figures. Like I said, I try to get as much as I can, whatever I can. I even have Pops now. I was not a big Pop fan, but then I started getting Pops in the store. A couple of those rings right there. I actually just sold that Hasbro ring today.
AWA ring?
AWA, I still have that available. And I have a whole bunch of Hasbros, as you can see right here, which is really nice to have. And I have the LGNs right there also. I'll be bringing
quite
a
the
lot.
assortment. Very good collection.
Yeah, I try to make it friendly as I can, make it nice, make it clean in the store so people can walk through and say, wow, look at all the stuff he has right there.
Doug's digging out his credit card right now.
You already got him set up in DTOFs and everything.
He needs that. There's the Super Nintendo games right there. I actually just restocked that, so there's not less holes now. I have G.I. Joe stuff, Ninja Turtles, Masters of the Universe stuff. I have lots of loose.
You have GoBots? You have any GoBots in there, man?
GoBots. I have a couple GoBots floating around. I
don't really care about GoBots.
I actually just got a GoBot command center in the box. I'm the same person that bought the LGN box.
He was trying to stump you.
Okay.
I was.
I have Xbox One games. I have some PS4 games. Got some Switch games. Wii, PS3. I have a couple
wrestling chairs.
Wrestling chairs there. There's more GI Joes right there. My GI Joe case right there. Some Batman.
That's nice.
In there,
oh, that's
along
nice.
with Ninja Turtles stuff in there too.
Turtles.
There's some. There's also some Transformers in there. Game Boy Advance, Game Boy games. Got DS games down there also, and some 3DS games. That's all in that case there. Got some more Ninja Turtle stuff right there floating around. Got the
Snake Mountain.
No, that's Fright Zone.
Oh, Fright Zone. I'm sorry.
Yeah, in the box. I was actually going to bring it with me to the store, but I remembered you filmed it.
Yes.
I was like,
yeah.
I've got 360 games, of course. There's my cheapo games there. I got a case for controllers and memory cards and whatnot.
Any Pong controllers?
Pong controllers, no.
No, but he does have something at the bottom you're going to see here in a second, Glenn, that you're going to want.
PS1
I
games
want
right
it.
there.
I want it really bad in the bottom of this case. It is.
Oh, I'm
Here it
looking.
comes.
Look, there it is. There it is.
Virtual Boy.
Virtual Boy.
The Virtual Boy.
I got 3 of them. I got 3 of them.
Well,
course you
send
do,
me
Glenn.
one.
How many of them work, Glenn?
All 3, man. I used to in the Virtual Boy forums. I used to repair the screens.
There's my PS2 section right there. One
I saw the
section.
TurboGrafx.
That's impressive.
But you also have old board games there too.
I do. There's Sega Genesis right there. Atari down below.
I'm telling you right now.
Then I have some
if you
television
come
games
across-
there too.
If you come across an NTEX Adventure Vision, call me. I mean, I made one, but I want a real one.
And I have a couple of kiosks right here also that I got from a friend
Oh.
actually, which is kind of
That's
nice.
But you're not getting the PS3 one because that has my name on it.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna put it,
Steven's
Steven?
I just gotta give him money for it.
Stevens has claims for that one, so I'm waiting for him to get it out of there so I can get a little arcade game in there. I want to get the Ninja Turtles arcade game and put it in there where that spot's at.
There you go.
Nice.
Whenever he
Here's-
does it.
here's
I have some better box games. Those are
box
cheaper
ones.
ones right there. And I got some long box PS1 games. There's all the other boxed Nintendo games I was showing you about.
Rampage.
There's
That's a good
that's another
selection.
thing that's really big right now. Is going to be cards. Cards are ridiculous right
Coming
now.
back.
Wrestling cards are ridiculous right now. There's my 64 games right there selection.
Beautiful.
There's all my systems that I have.
Saturn.
Yeah, I
Nice.
got a Saturns there. I got an Xbox One right there. I got
Tell him what you sell your Dreamcast for.
I sold my Dreamcast for $65.
Holy
That
cow.
hurts.
See?
That
That's dirt
hurts.
cheap.
See?
That's dirt cheap.
Y'all think I'm lying to you all the time. I see.
Like I said, I tried to do those friendly prices for people, because I want them to come back. Be like, man, I really like this store. I'm going to come back and see this guy again. See what else I can get for him. Good deals over here. I do get the people that get all mad at me saying I'm overpriced and stuff like that because they're trying to get stuff even cheaper. It's just
So I'm going to freeze this here. If you guys want to write down the information here sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Doug. We'll get back there. His email address and everything. If you guys want that, you can give him a call this week or early next week. I know you're there tomorrow till.
I am. I'm there till 5 tomorrow.
5 tomorrow.
Same with today is Friday. Never mind. I got my days mixed up.
It's all good. It's all good.
He is
darn-
not there currently.
That
Yeah.
darn pandemic. I tell you what.
Well, at least that you can get. You guys can get. access to it.
Brad O'Connell said no Atari. I have Atari.
He has Atari.
I have Atari. No worries.
Is in television as well, in box.
Yes.
So
Same
this
as
is,
Jamie asked, where's the Atari love? There's Atari there. Don't worry.
and there's a question here for you. It says the Tech Buzz. Let him know that I have a mail away movie edition Optimus Prime Transformer in Ohio. At Cool Toy does not want this. So I don't know
No,
if you
Cool
have a
Toy
picture.
saving up for that
The real one.
$21,000.
Yeah, I was trying to
real-
buy the real Optimus Prime. That's why.
Yeah.
So you do have stuff up on eBay. Do they look up Wildcard video games, or how do they get in touch with you on
With my
eBay?
eBay, I usually just use it to sell like strategy guides and
Okay.
Nintendo Powers and WWF magazines.
So you'll do
and
like
wrestling
PayPal
magazines.
if somebody
Oh
wanted
yeah,
to.
I do PayPal. I can do
shipping
Cash
and-
App. I can do Venmo. I can do a credit card over the phone if you like. I can do any of that kind of stuff. It's not no rush at all. No worries.
Okay, somebody wants to know how much are your sorry, I can't see the letters right here. What is it? POTF Star Wars figures.
I sell
Power
those
of the
2 for
Force.
$5. I have loose ones for 2 for $5 also.
Okay, 2 for $5. The video cut away before I could see the tags. I'm sorry about that. We were just trying to put something together that wasn't boring, that we could go through a lot of his inventory. And let me tell you, I shot that video the other day. Some stuff he sold, he's gotten a lot of new stuff in, but I didn't get everything. He has his stuff everywhere, so
It's a very diverse assortment.
it's
I'm impressed
hard.
with
It was hard to shoot everything.
And to be honest with you too, I just added a new case in the store too.
Right. So I didn't get everything, so it doesn't do it justice. But we wanted to kind of give you a synopsis, of what he had here, so you guys
I
could
see
start
Mike
thinking.
Hawk asked a question about Power Stone 2 for Dreamcast. I would definitely buy that off you.
Yeah, Mike will buy, and he also sells. So if you have something that you can send a lot of pictures to him, so he knows the condition, and make you an offer, ship it into him, and then he can do that for you
I
guys.
think Nacho Libre asked where's Niles close to. It is close to Cleveland and Pittsburgh. It's in the middle of both. It's about an hour away from both. It's by Youngstown, Warren. I don't know if you have ever heard of Youngstown or Warren, but it's like right by those two.
Here's a question for you. What's the rarest item you've had? And then your opinion, what's the coolest item that you've ever had?
I had the rarest I ever had was the Flintstones Nintendo game, the rare one. There's actually two made, but there's I think it's like Dinosaur Peak. I think that's the rarest I ever had in the store. The coolest item I ever had in the store
With Steven.
well, Steven's he's a rare breed, so
There you go.
we'll say it that way. Coolest item I probably had was probably a stand-up arcade, actual stand-up arcade, real arcade machine that I found at a garage sale for $50. It was Street Fighter II tournament.
It was what? I'm sorry,
Street
what
Fighter
game?
2 tournament edition. I found it for
$50?
$50. There was a problem with it where it was just it had red in it only. Like the color was bad. So I knew someone that could fix that for me. And he fixed it for me, and then I ended up selling it for $550. But
That's still a
That's
bargain.
not cheap.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
so cheap.
that was probably the coolest item I've ever had in the store.
And one of the other questions here from Mike, are you at Steven's house? Yes, he's in my studio right now as we speak. Let me see here. I'm just going through questions here. Here's one for you from Mike again. Have you ever thought about getting your sealed wrestlers signed by the actual wrestlers?
Well, that's kind of hard to get, like some of these ones I have right here signed because
they're
Animal
dead.
and Hawk has passed away. John Gonzales has passed away. Mountie's still alive, but I think he lives up in Canada, which is going to be hard. I actually do have
Michael B. Get inside, Michael B.
in my personal grail. I actually do have my personal collection. I do have some signed figures of my own self for my people. I have Sting. I have Ric Flair. Trying to think who else I have, like Emma. I have Batista, Randy Orton. I think I'm missing. I'm forgetting somebody I have too, but
Don't you have Flair and Hogan?
I don't have Hogan.
I thought you had.
I have a Hogan autograph, but not autograph.
Okay, okay.
But in my own personal stuff, I have Bret Hart also. It's like you lost your buddy again there.
Yeah, he's working on getting himself back in here. His camera's acting really goofy, so it is what it is.
Yeah, he's a Sega fan. That's what happened in the show.
Yeah, he's playing that little Sega Mini right now. That's probably what it is.
That's it.
Yeah. So okay.
Us TurboGrafx fans have no problem.
I was asked what my favorite amusement park is.
Yeah. What's your favorite amusement park?
Oh, it's Cedar Point, of course.
Yeah, you gotta.
That's the best. America's roller coaster.
So let me preface this, okay? Because I know people are going to watch this and internet businesses are going to be like, hey, let me get on the show and sell my stuff. Now listen, the reason I'm bringing Michael on here is because Michael appreciates the retro game community for the conservation of the actual products. I mean, yeah, he has a business, but he wants to preserve what's going on here. So I think being able to, and he's a mom and pop shop. Okay, he's not a big box store. So I think having him on, being a friend, trying to help his business, showing that, hey, there is some good people out there that are good, that are selling these at a fair price for collectors. I think that was the reason behind getting him on here and having him come out. And they're saying here that Cedar Point it's cool, been there.
I do want to answer this one question.
Go for it.
Hollywood Polo asks, what's the nicest wrestler I have met? The nicest wrestler I ever met was actually Rhino. People don't think he's nice, but he's really cool to me. Talked to me for like 15 minutes. I actually seen him wrestle when he first started up in Cleveland, and the fans used to chant girdle to him because they were thinking he was wearing a girdle. It was hilarious. So we started laughing about that, and we just talked for a while. He was really down to earth. He enjoyed talking to his fans basically. Other than that, I want to say, as much people say it gives him so much hate, Kevin Nash is probably one of the nicest guys too. You have to know. The thing is with him is you got to know what to talk to him about. Like for instance, when I first met him, I've met him like 3 times. First time I met him, he was wearing a Raiders t-shirt, so I started talking about football. I was like, "Oh, you like Raiders?" He's like, "No, I don't." He was really like standoffish at first. He's like, "Then why are you wearing it?" He's like, "'Cause it's black." And I was like, "Oh, well, who do you like?" He's like, "Oh, the Lions." And I was like, "Oh, I'm a Bills fan." I told him I went to the Lions-Bills game up in Detroit, and that's when I think we had Sammy Watkins and Kyle Orton was our quarterback, and they had a play right there to make us win the game, which was really cool. So after that, he remembered me next time he seen me, and I was wearing my Cavs 2016 championship shirt, and he was like, "Hey, great, I'm happy for you that the Cavs won a championship and stuff like that." He remembered me, and then I seen him again one more time. He remembered me again, and we started talking about sports again.
Really quick, before we get to some more questions for Glenn, I got a message this week on my Tech Buzz Facebook page, and somebody had a bone to pick with you. They actually said because of Glenn, over in the UK, this is now what's actually happening.
I heard the shortage. I heard there's a
They're
shortage.
charging 25 cents per bag because of Glenn Planamento taking them for his arcade, toys, games, and everything. And Alan was very adamant to make sure that I let you know this week that he's very upset with you because you told everybody last week they could go get free bags. And Alan Slater in the UK says, not happening.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that because, when I go to my stores, they're just sitting there. They're in the spindle. You just pull them off and put them in your cart and you walk home with all these bags. And, but I have seen my face on a couple of stores, which is kind of weird. I'm not at work for them, but my face is up on the wall. I don't quite understand why. I'm there.
Glenn, your face is up on the wall because you're now the poster child for American greed. Way to go.
So, Michael, also on your page, this is what's coming up. They were talking about the wrestlers. Why don't you talk a little bit about this up here in Girard, right?
Yeah, it's up in Girard, Ohio, the Metroplex. That's going to be in June 19th. It's a can't miss show. This show is getting bigger and bigger each time. You're going to have Brian Myers, a.k.a. Kurt Hawkins there, Matt Cordona, who used to be Zack Ryder. You got Hornswoggle there, and then you got Mark Sterling, who was on AEW for a little bit. He was actually with MJF. I think he had one match or something like that. So they're all together called oh goodness, I can't remember what the name is.
Major Wrestling Figure Podcast.
Yes, that's it. I'm sorry, I was drawing a blank right there.
Woo, woo, woo. You know it.
I've actually met Zack Ryder before.
Good guy.
I met all three of them already before, so it's going to be pretty cool because I have actually pictures of me together with them. I'm going to get signs this time. So.
Okay, this is the best comment of the day coming in here. Glenn, the Bagman Hart.
That's, I'm just thinking about that too. In England, that 25p is a lot more money. 25 cents really for a little bag like this? That's crazy.
Yeah.
It really is. I can see like 2 cents a bag, but 25?
So we got to let Michael in on this. So every collectible Michael he has, like if he had those wrestling action figures,
He'd
they
put
would
them
be
in a plastic bag?
Oh, he'd have them in a black. Every
Everything.
console, and he doesn't just
lives in that.
He doesn't just buy
Not only that,
one. He buys
my
like
lights.
3 of everything.
All right, I need to
Okay,
see.
your
I need
light
to see.
bulb.
I need to see
Take
something.
your light bulb. You got to put your light bulb in a bag because that's the way to make sure your bag stays safe.
Glenn, can you turn your camera? Just show him.
I need to see something though.
You got to show him what you have on the other side. Like this is like.
It's well, you kind of see it maybe. It's kind of.
Come on, Glenn.
I'm in the theater room here. I didn't bring my extender cable. I don't know if you can see
Okay,
in there at all.
just turn
but
it,
if you
just so
can,
he can see it. Look at.
You can see bags.
Everything's everything's in a bag. Every console he has, every game arcade is in a bag.
Glenn, I need to know. Are you allergic to dust?
No, I just truly believe in keeping things free of contamination. I mean, why dust? Well, all you got to do is take one of these free bags you get from the store they give you anyway.
Well,
and you put your bag
apparently
on.
not free anymore.
No, it's because of him.
only because in England, because that's how they are over there. Here in the States, free bags ain't ever gonna change.
So if I walk into Michael's store tomorrow or Monday and you got them in bags, I'm gonna take pictures of it. I'm gonna send them to Glenn.
I'll sign the bags for you.
Oh,
It should be bags.
Oh my goodness. So right now, Michael, out of all the systems and everything, I know you said Super Nintendo or Nintendo 64 and GameCube are the hardest to find, or hard to keep in stock, if you will. Collectors out there, guys that are in the chat room, what should they be collecting outside of those? What are some of the systems and games that you find?
I would actually tell people to pick up any kind of PS3 RPG games right now. With PS1 RPGs and PS2 RPGs going through the roof right now, PS3 is going to be the next one that's going to start jumping up. So any kind of RPGs you see anywhere, start snagging them up for PS3.
Any questions that you guys have in the chat room before we wrap up?
There's
Go
one
ahead.
right
Go
there.
ahead.
It
Answer
says,
it if you.
Do I make sure none of my Nintendo games are bootlegs?
Yes.
Of course I do. I do not sell bootlegs nowhere. I actually have a copy of Conker's Bad Fur Day in my store right now, which is a bootleg. I'm not selling it.
Well, wait a second. Wait a second. Our first conversation between Michael and I had to do it. That's why I'm laughing. Had to do with that very thing because I messaged him. I forget what I even asked you. What game was it?
I honestly don't remember.
But I
either.
asked him about that. I was like, because I was just checking.
And
to
I
see
was
if he
just
checked
like, what's this guy? I was like, who's this guy?
He got
I was like-
defensive
I
on
was
it. He
so,
was
I was
like,
so
Who does he
mad.
think
I was
I
like-
am?
was like,
Selling
right,
garbage.
Right, exactly.
All I asked him was, do you know, is it a bootleg? Because I couldn't believe the price. I'd be like, it's got to be a bootleg. And he took it the wrong way. He took it as I was like, he's like, no.
Insulting his
He's like,
integrity.
listen, dude.
Absolutely, yeah.
He says, I sell everything. I'm like, no. I just wanted to know, like, because it's so dirt cheap. That's why I was asking. But it's funny that they asked that question. Michael's very, very big on making sure that everything is legit.
Because I get people all the time when I get Pokemon games. Those games, of course, I don't know if you guys know this or not. Those are on fire.
Yeah, they get bootlegged all the time.
Ridiculous on fired. And I make sure none of them are bootleg. I open them up and look, make sure. I look at the cart and everything like that. Like if it's a Game Boy Advance game or a Game Boy game, I make sure. I don't mess around with that for sure.
He does have an arcade in there. What was it? The
Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. I bought that when it used to be a card shop, like I was telling you before. So I've had that for over like 20 some years. It's just it sits there, unfortunately.
It needs some work, but I mean it's an original. But it's Moonwalker. Hey, it's definitely something. It'd be nice for that to relive again. But any other questions coming in here in the chat room? I want to make sure, or any of you guys, Glenn or Doug, if you've got a question. I'm just kind of perusing. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I was just going to ask. So typically when people are coming in and like offloading parts of their collection, whether it be toys or video games, do you find more often than not that it's sometimes where they just simply, they have like no personal attachment to it, or is it they just simply don't know what they have, or hard times? What kind of situations do you kind of run into more often than not?
I see quite a bit of all that. I see people that don't care about it because they want to get to the new systems and stuff like that. They just want to get the money for the stuff and do whatever. I try to be honest with everybody as much as I can. I tell them what they have. If they have anything rare, I'll let them know, and I give them a fair price on everything too. Of course, I'm going to ask first, what they're hoping to get out of it. That's something I learned. I heard from Pawn Stars.
Yeah.
But I always like to ask first, what are you trying to get out of this? As soon as they say that, I'm like, okay, well, I can do this. And then they're happy what I give them. Like I was telling you about the Nintendo 64 system, that I got that green one, the jungle green, a couple weeks ago. They were really happy what I gave them. They thought I was fair with the prices and everything like that. And that's the main thing I'm trying to do with it. I try to be fair with prices, so I have fair prices at my store too.
But you guys,
it creates repeat business, and it creates a bond and a trust with people, because you may not know that guy might have some more in the basement that he didn't bring with him, and he's
that does
more
happen
willing to come
sometimes,
down.
too. That happens sometimes too. Like I'll get people, they'll sell me some stuff, and they'll say, hey, I have more stuff. I'll bring it in next week. I was like, all right, cool with me. Then Steven's all happy because he's got new toys.
well, it was like
Absolutely.
you were like, hey, I got a brand new Game Boy Advance, and I'm like, oh,
Remember that?
cool, you got one in there. He goes, you don't understand, it's brand new. And I'm like, yeah, I know, you just got it in. I'll be over. He's like, no,
it's
brand
brand
never been
new.
opened. Yeah.
It's
He's like,
never
you-
been opened.
He's like, you don't get it. The box is immaculate. And he said, he told me the story, and I'm not going to get into it right here, but they found it in the attic. And I was like, you're not serious. So he shows it to me. We're looking at it. He's like, he said, I would say it's sealed. I'm like, it looks like it's sealed. I said, I'm going to open it.
In a bag? In a bag?
I don't know if it was it in
No,
a bag?
it had a little
sealed
plastic bag
factory
on it.
Oh, it did, yeah.
It had a little plastic bag.
So we opened up.
Okay,
The only
fine.
thing that was bad with it
Batteries.
was the batteries. They were corroded inside the plastic bag, but who cares? We threw them away and put new batteries in. I mean, it's sitting up
Perfect.
on my shelf, and he gave me a
Someone
really
forgot
good price
Christmas
on it.
gift. Someone forgot a Christmas gift. That's all that was.
Man,
Yeah,
must be nice.
more than likely. But yeah, that was, he has been. I've been to other shops in the area, like I said, and I had to walk away. You remember I brought my buddy in, and he was looking for a Tiger Woods golf game. It was an older one, and other shops were selling them for like 15, 18 bucks, which was astronomical for the price. You know, sports games don't really sell. Michael wanted, I think, $2 or $3 for it. So that's just an example of what he had. So
the sports games I always try to get rid of because there's so many of them mass-produced.
People think you're
they
going to get $1 million
recycle every year.
Yeah, exactly.
Because unfortunately, I used to work for a big chain named GameStop. And again, I seen what they used to do with all their prices and stuff like that, what they used to give for games, and it's basically pennies on the dollar, and it's like ridiculous. I remember scanning all these games one time for somebody. I remember seeing like some of the games for 10 cents, 5 cents, and then when we get the stickers to come out afterwards after they sold everything, yeah, the game's $19.99.
Didn't you get a game back recently that when you worked at GameStop, somebody actually traded one in that they bought?
That was actually from that lot with the 64.
It
was Contra. It was Contra. It had my.
It has this.
Come full circle.
Yeah, exactly. It had my initials on it. Had my initials on it. What date I was when I worked there and everything like that.
That's pretty awesome.
Somebody asked, what do I collect most for myself? I'm a huge Triple H fan, so anything Triple H I collect. I also collect Daniel Bryan and Kevin Owens and the Ultimate Warrior. That's what I collect the most of. But as for video games, I do like to collect anything Zelda. That's my thing.
Smart man.
Good choices.
I like the Zelda.
Good
too.
choices. Mm-hmm.
So, CDI Zelda?
I do have 2 of them, 2 out of 3.
Oh.
That's dedication is what that is. That's dedication.
That sure is.
Hey, I've never played any of them though. That's the thing. I didn't play them. They're just sitting
Smart
in
man.
my case.
Smart
and
man.
that's
Collecting them. Yeah.
Collecting
That's
dust.
smart.
Collecting dust without a bag.
Oh, there you go.
That's
Yes.
a triple bagger.
So
Yeah,
he-
right now.
So he actually bought like my 15 years of WWE, WWF magazines.
Magazines.
He gave me a really good deal on it because I wanted to buy some video game stuff. So I was like,
I just gave him store credit. That's
and
what,
he's
you know,
and he's
I do that
like,
too.
you should really. He says, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but he's like, you should really sell them. If they're just sitting on top of your garage, they're gonna get ruined. And I was kind of like, yeah, what am I gonna do with them? That was my birthday present for years from my grandparents. It was like $15 a subscription. So it's like,
As long as the pages weren't stuck together. you're
well,
good to
so
go.
yeah, they weren't. They were good. So I used that to get some of the game stuff that I wanted to collect and keep.
Mm-hmm.
So it all balanced out. So anything wrestling, he's down for. We're gonna have to wrap this up here. Any last minute questions, Doug or Glenn, or even the chat room? If you get them, say them now.
Just want to bring up one more time. WrestleMania! WrestleMania!
Actually gonna have
Oh,
fans this year. It's crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
he did show
He's
us.
talking about Retromania. Is
No,
that
no,
what you're
no,
talking
no.
about?
Oh yeah.
I meant that. Yeah.
Michael got a
It's all the
poster.
same to me.
Michael got a poster.
I didn't get that. I seen it online.
Oh, he's seen it online. So there was a poster that they printed out that has all of us on it.
Yeah,
On the Retromania.
Switch came with the Switch version.
Yes, mine's in the
so-
mail coming. It's just not here yet. But I thought that was pretty cool. Michael's
How
like,
did I miss it? You guys, wait. You guys tell me everything every single day. The Switch one is available. I get nothing from you guys. You both bought it and tell me.
It's not available
Well,
yet.
'cause you've never taken your Switch out of the box. In fact, Glenn, what you need to do is you need to take your unopened Switch and sell it to our guy right here.
yeah.
Then how am I going to play the game? I want it for the Switch.
It's only digital download only.
Yeah,
not-
it's
you
only
don't-
digital. I
yeah,
mean, it's an
you-
empty case and a poster.
Right. Well,
That's okay.
talk to Mike.
I love downloadable
Well,
content.
talk
to
I'm
let
a
you guys know,
downloadable
too.
content kind of guy.
Just to let you guys
That's
know
what I
too,
want.
but the game actually comes out on Xbox
Xbox.
One
This week.
week.
Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who's
Monday.
got an? Who has an Xbox? No
I do.
one buys an Xbox
I do.
One. Who's
He
got
doesn't
that?
like
No one's got
Xbox.
that.
Okay.
But it's going to be a fun game. So if you guys didn't pre-order it, I'm waiting for it to come on the iArcade, which is that orange one there. Michael's going to play around in the arcade here after the show. But that's supposed to be coming, I heard, April. Is that when the iArcade one's coming?
I got a serious bone to pick with my 2 co-hosts. All I got to say. Serious bone to pick.
Yeah, there was a developer's blog update today from Retrosoft Studios and Mike over there, and he didn't give a new date, but he kind of outlined the challenges that they have for updating the Retromania version for the iArcade because the game itself was made for a 16:9 aspect ratio, so they got to condense it to 5:4. They got to make sure the button mappings and everything work correctly. So they said they're working hard on it, and they're hoping to release it soon and not be too far off from the other console releases. So with Xbox being Monday, and I think Nintendo Switch being like a week after that, it should be in the next couple of weeks, if not a month or so, I would hope.
Oh, Doug, real quick, there is one question that did come in.
Oh, hi. Michael B. the Game Genie here. Just here with a quick question. The community wants to know, what is Cool Toy's favorite pinball table?
Back to the Future. If we're talking specific tables, which I know you are, Michael, because you can't clarify your question. Yeah, Back to the Future. My favorite pinball table.
We had to end it on a real high note, real laugh. Michael's been a tremendous guest here. I jokingly said to him, because I wanted to come in and shoot for him and help him do some commercials, and he was like, "Well, I don't know how I'll do on camera." So I said to him, "I was going to have you on the show." He's like, "Oh, I'll come on the show." I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll come on the show." He said, "Tell me when." So I was like, "Well, let's get you on." So it was good. It was great having you.
I don't have a problem coming back either, if you guys want me to come back.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So they can check you out, facebook.com/wildcard video games. And you guys, if you missed his phone number, it's back in the show. Go back and check it out. And you can give him a call and see how he can either help sell your stuff or sell you stuff or buy your stuff. Toys and everything. I mean, you don't really turn away any kind of toys, right? Unless sports,
I try not to.
I am a toy of the ladies, Michael. So
Oh,
if you want to
dear
have me down to the
Lord.
store and put me in a cabinet,
Do you see what we got to
Just
go
saying,
through?
I'm a
So
fan.
hard to
That's
find.
going to be a hard pass.
Oh. But you try not to get sports toys like starting lineups.
Well,
and
I
things,
try to
or-
keep with the 80s and 90s stuff. I don't like doing like anything from like the 60s and 70s. I do have a guy that's actually a couple houses down from me that would buy that stuff. So it's kind of unique place where I'm at, because if I'm not buying it, someone else will right down the road.
Yeah. And I know my brother got rid of some of his stuff with you. So I mean, listen, guys, it's really a great
I gave him a fair
option.
price too.
Some of these guys in here, if you're looking, you can see YouTube. There's some Facebook comments. You'll have to go back and check. If some of these guys are like, hey, I'm going to have to buy some of this stuff, they'll probably be in touch with you, especially the Hulk Hogan pillow, Bobby Broadway's. Michael, I will be making a purchase one day soon. I need that Hulk Hogan pillow, excuse me. So there you go. Mr. Doug, appreciate you hanging in there, even though you had a few
Sorry about
issues.
that. Just
all
had
right.
to juggle cameras real quick.
It's all good.
Something happens, live TV.
Well, it scared me there. I thought maybe it's something on my end, but then I saw it was black in the box, so we knew it was.
Yeah.
We were good on my end. So, what's coming down the line for you? Any more plastic videos coming this week, or?
Maybe,
Oh,
perhaps.
he never does this. YouTube.com/CoolToy. Make sure you guys go check it out. Always a pleasure. And we have this guy here who's always in rare form. YouTube.
I am mad at you two. I am really mad at both of you guys. I tell you, all day long my phone blows up with Doug and you. I bought this, or this is coming out, or did you pre-order this? No, and
Hey,
this was
listen.
available,
He
and
has
there's
to keep me.
nothing.
He has to keep me
Nothing.
abreast of the Ghostbuster stuff. I ordered the Ecto one. I ordered the Hopper Ghost, and I ordered
I know
the
you
Bug
did.
Eye.
I know. I'm going to tell your wife. Now what? I'm telling both of you.
But it's
wives,
not
I
for
want
me,
something
it's for my
nice them.
son.
I'm telling him. That's what you say every time. I know it's for you. Give me that.
Oh, jeez. YouTube.com/GPlanamento, and you can follow his grumpiness. And
That's it.
make sure you check out his trackball. I am very excited about that. I have his trackball for the Arcade 1-Up 12-in-1. I really recommend, as soon as he gets it out, you guys get it, because I love that trackball on that. That was one of the first things I ever did. It's
Yep.
kind of how I
I'm
found
very
Glenn.
excited.
So
Yep, I'm actually excited about the At Games one, the Golden Tee one as well. But I'm really excited for the At Games because I get like 5 or 10 a day
yep.
for the past year. You're doing a trackball for, so I'm really excited about that. But I'm more excited about this video game that you guys pre-ordered without telling me.
Yeah, well, Kathleen Kennedy kind of told us to keep it on the DL, and so
Oh, well, one other thing I got to say real quick too. Looks like we may have competition. If I drop dead and he gets here before you two, this store's gonna have all my stuff and bags to be clean.
Well, either way, we're in line. No, we'll have to bring Michael along with us when you drop over, and so we can all come up and go through your stash. I want to say a shout out to JS Gilbert who said what's up on Facebook. And all you guys. Listen, guys, we really appreciate you coming out here. Next Friday, we'll be back. Next week is the community show, if I'm not mistaken. So, Glenn, you missed last time's community show because you had to work. But
I did.
This time, we're either going to try to get Stevie Richards, or I think you were in talks with Shiloh from
Yes.
New Wave Toys.
New Wave Toys. Sorry.
Toys.
Did we get a
New Wave
confirmation
Toys.
if he's going to join us so that the community can ask questions, or?
I can get a confirmation, but I don't know if I'll be able to tell you because, it seems like you two seem to miscommunicate, purchasing things I don't hear about. I don't know if I can.
Well, either way, if we get Shiloh this month, next month we'll get Stevie Richards. You guys know him. I know him as Michael Manna. You guys know him as Stevie Richards from WWE and WWF, a good friend of mine. So you guys want to tune in. I know you guys wanted to ask him questions, and he's always
He's a really good
willing
guy.
to jump on. Really good guy. Even though Glenn thinks he can take him, even in his retired
Actually,
state.
no, but I will say this. He's been helping me out. He sent me some workout videos. I know I'm not, built like Cool Toy or anything like that, but I've been doing his videos, and, I'm up to, I'm doing I went from 0 pull-ups to I'm doing like 33 pull-ups, 4 or 5 sets of those. I'm doing my sit-ups. So I'm getting in shape. So watch out, man.
Glenn,
Watch out.
sit-ups don't count when you wake up.
Oh, come on. Of course they do.
Pull-ups don't count when you're standing up from the toilet. I'm just saying.
Well, you do have to use those bars. That's where they're there. You have to pull on them
Well,
to get out of the bowl.
Listen,
pull.
I'm just saying that doesn't count. Either way, guys, next week's community show, we'll get the Zoom link out. You guys will be able to join, ask questions from us, and whoever our guest is, we'll have a good guest for you guys to be able to ask questions or answer questions. So make sure you guys tune in. And guys, until next time, we will see you next Friday for more of the Retro Buzz. Keep it buzzing.